Well, guess you guys are getting 2 videos in a day. Wow, this must be hitting like weed in the 80s, isn't it? I have nothing else to fucking do right now, and Real Madrid isn't really going to be getting through. And I've done some reflective thinking on what I said previously, and I think it's a valid crash out. But what the fuck is going on with Bellingham? In the same team, national team. Bellingham and Rice are fighting it out. So, Daredevil born again. I'm going to do a little review on this. I'm going to first give you a general perception, then what I liked, what I didn't like, and finally I'm going to tell you the score. General perception of what I thought. Fuck, mosquitoes by killed one. Can you see it? Can you guys see it? This black spot right here is a mosquito. What did I think of the show? Mid. Show was mid. Netflix Daredevil. If you guys think, you probably then also think the Netflix Daredevil is Netflix Daredevil is peak. It's the best superhero show ever that I've seen. Better than Loki, yes. And I haven't seen shit like Creature Commandos. I don't have time for bullshit like that. Not bullshit, but okay. So Daredevil Born Again is mid. Yes, you heard me. It is mid. I watched the finale today. It was underwhelming for a number of reasons. First off, what did you market this show as? Daredevil, Punisher, Karen, Foggy, and Wilson Fisk. Okay, you killed off Foggy. Surprise the audience. Okay. Karen isn't in the entire season. Like, not nearly. And also Punisher is in only like 2 episodes. So what the fuck is going on with that? Firstly. And secondly, that's not a season finale. Let me tell you. That season, I'm telling you, didn't feel like an entire season just happened. The season had no direction, I would say. It didn't feel like it ended. What the fuck was that ending? That's not how you end. If you want to do a gloomy ending, like take inspiration from The Dark Knight. The movie actually ended. I know it didn't end with Batman winning or everything getting resolved, but that movie that felt like this doesn't feel like a conclusion. First off, okay, let's start off with the good things. Charlie Cox, he's just as good as he was, man. He's amazing. The action sequences, the few that there are really good. The camera is moving a lot more, I would say. I wouldn't necessarily say that's a good thing, but they're trying new things with the aspect ratio and everything, and I respect that. And I would say the performances are pretty good for the most part, and that's about it actually. That's not a lot I have to say. Let's start with what I didn't like. First off, the show has been Disneyfied a bit. At moments, it's trying to be a bit edgy with the R rating. In the Netflix series, the R ratings came into being. Like, it wasn't so necessarily, show Punisher fucking, cut a man's head in half with an axe, or the Kingpin. Like, I'm fine with those scenes. They're actually good scenes, but I'm saying that clearly was like, oh fuck, it's the final episode. We haven't really used the TVMA rating. We have to do something fucking quick right now. So let's just fucking blow up people's heads. Don't tell me Real Madrid score. I will be so pissed off. Okay, they don't. And Disney, in every Disney show, you see this. For some reason, there's this filter on screen. This is just my personal pet peeve. But there's this soft filter on screen that really makes things hard to see. Like, the colors don't pop, even though there are bright red and blue colors. For some reason, it's not popping. Even the dark black isn't as dark. For some reason, it has like a greyish undertone on it. And secondly, speaking about visual perspective, for some reason, Disney always does this in every show. They do this steady shot hand moving wala thing. It's like it feels like a person is recording it with its hand, and the camera is always moving a little like this. You see, it's not a lot, but you can tell that it's a camera held by hand. And just Disney just fucking doesn't like steady shots. And I am, person who does like Damien Chazelle, Wes Anderson kind of. What they do is just take a wide screen and just take a steady fucking shot, and it speaks. And they did it in Netflix Daredevil. I never really thought of things like this when I was watching Netflix series, but here it's really popping out to me, and I just wish they didn't do that at all times necessary. Although I would say the action scenes, the scenes are longer and they look a lot better. Speaking of action, where the fuck is the action? In the Netflix series, you see if Daredevil ever face a problem, Matt Murdock would try and dive deep into from his lawyer point of view. Then when he won't be able to get anything done, he turn up as Daredevil and just get the fucking information, like give me a name, what is it? I don't think I got a single fucking time in this entire series where Matt Murdock went, give me a name, I need a name right now, maar dunga. And the action was just there was the action that was there, it was good, but there was not enough action. I don't always need Daredevil fighting news. Daredevil fighting henchmen to get information is just as good. And in the Netflix series, and here you would think, like in the Netflix series, at moments, the storytelling really took forward and the action took a backseat. In this series, I wouldn't say the action takes a backseat and the storytelling takes a forward. The action takes a backseat and the storytelling is okay. So I guess now we're going to storytelling. First off, what are you trying to tell here? What is first off, as many subplots as a story might have, there is always a main thing going to happen, and it just doesn't happen in the series. What is the main thing here? Daredevil trying to prevent Fisk being mayor. It happens in the fucking first off. Okay, I'm really sidetracking a lot of times here, but too many characters, man, that you want to give center stage to. Muse, Daredevil and Bullseye fight once in the very first 15 minutes of the season, and they don't meet again for the entire season. I mean, except in the second to last episode where he just shoots from a distance. And Bullseye does this amazing escape scene that I was really happy they did from the comics. And then he just shoots Matt Murdock and just disappears. What? Bullseye just fucking disappears like that. Fisk becomes mayor and he just is mayor for the rest of the season. There's no direction to Fisk's story. He just is mayor and he just is mayor. Then they bring up that Hector Ayala being killed by a Punisher or something like that in the third episode or fourth episode, and then that doesn't come up until the last episode, and they don't do anything with it. So it really felt like they were, like hastily trying to bring that story to an end. You know what? Let's do something here. After the Punisher and Daredevil fight, let Punisher meet those people that are imitating Punisher, and let's just try and imagine that the story is brought to an end. So there are so many loose ends in this story. The mayor thing doesn't really. I think if Fisk turned into mayor in the second to last episode, and the last episode he did all this BS that he's doing with the task force, it would be a lot more impactful, because it would mean like the entire story is leading towards Fisk becoming mayor, and he becomes mayor in the end. But here Fisk is just mayor. Daredevil just doesn't want to be Daredevil. Punisher comes, Punisher goes, then Punisher comes in the end. Matt's original friends just don't fucking show up anywhere at all. And Matt's love life, I wasn't really invested in Heather at all. Oh, Muse? Yeah. We bring up the Muse thing for an episode, and 3 episodes we end the Muse thing also. Like, what was even the point of Muse? It's just this entire story has no. The main thing about the Netflix series was that writing was so good. Like, it was so well written, the entire story with Ray Nadeem and everything like that. It was just so good. And Kingpin as a character was written so well. Now, I'm going to give you one hot take here. One spicy take. I don't think Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin is that good. There, I said it. I'm actually not fond of his performance, even in the Netflix series. I think he's actually doing a better job here. But for some reason, his line delivery is just weird. It's so stiff and he moves so weirdly, and I just don't enjoy it. Fisk is, and even in a lot of scenes in the Netflix series, the one thing you'd see, like Fisk was in the room and he'd be the inferior person in the room. He'd just succumb to if anyone was yelling at him. And Kingpin is a character who is just so big and huge, not just literally but also metaphorically, and he always has a looming presence. They did that really well in Spider-Verse, but I think they've improved on that from the Netflix show, but the performance, I just don't enjoy it. I'm just not the biggest fan of Wilson Fisk, played by Vincent D'Onofrio. It's just, yeah, it's just distracting at points when he's like, Vanessa, I show you, you will face no problems here from now on. I have to tell you that, Vanessa. And it's just not doing it for me. Coming back to the story having loose ends, yeah, of course, no direction in the entire. The season doesn't feel like a season ending. The gloomy ending from The Dark Knight is very different from the gloomy ending here. And then they bring up, we have to bring an army, and you expect, oh, he's bringing back the Defenders, or maybe Spider-Man is coming. But that doesn't happen. What the fuck is Josie going to do against Kingpin's task force? Huh? Why the fuck is she in the army? And then, yeah, I'm just not impressed by this season. It really felt very lackluster, very rushed at points, and like they didn't really know what to do. They had something, then they dropped it and they tried to do something else, and you can clearly see that. And I don't think people are being critical enough of, they're like, Daredevil is back at speed. But this season was not it for me, man. I mean, I was expecting a lot more. I think the second season is going to be like, see, one thing I will admit, if they had a clear perspective what to do, I think they could have really nailed it. It doesn't seem like everything is all over the place. I think they really try to do something better with what they have, and I do just feel like I just know that the second season is just going to be great. I just think they can do a lot better. It's not like, oh, they did something wrong. It's like this is what they had and they had to just do this with whatever they had. And I do think the second season could be a lot better, but that's not how you end a season. There's so many stories that just come and go, and just nothing happens, and it's just weirdly not very badly paced as well. In the middle, we got that St. Patrick's Day episode. Like Disney knew that episode wasn't going to resonate well with the audience, so they just released 2 episodes at once. Then people are like, okay, I know you didn't like this episode, but wait until you see the next episode. It was like a filler episode. Yeah, and it was mid. Honestly, some good scenes. And sometimes it felt good to watch the show. It wasn't necessarily boring. It was definitely not boring. But yeah, there's so many things just open so many doors, but don't really close that door. That's what it felt like at most times. What else? Song choices. Not impressed. Especially in the first couple of episodes, that licensed music usage was so bad. Like in this end of the second episode, when Matt Murdock beats up Officer Powell, Saka has scored. Let's fucking go. Oh yeah, and now also Daredevil cusses for some reason. He says fuck off, and then he shows the middle finger to Frank Castle, I'm sorry. Yeah, the licensed music, I think in the finale it was well done, and in the second to last episode I would still agree, but they didn't use the soundtrack a lot, and they relied on licensed music. And in the first couple of episodes, licensed music use was horrible. I have to say that just didn't fit the tone. I don't think it really did. I think I can't really think of anything else to say, and I'm not trying to be redundant here, so I'm just going to give this a score. Daredevil Born Again Season 1, 6.5 out of 10. I was actually going for a 6, but then I was like, maybe that's too harsh. The only reason I'm giving it's not So I probably not give other mid Marvel movies such low scores, but it's just that I expect so much more from Daredevil. It's why I'm giving it a score like this, where 6.5. Otherwise, normally if I would just look at it from a normal, as how good of a shot is without any sort of rush, then I'd probably give it a 7.5 or 8. But 6.5 for now, yes, okay. Bye bye.